Hello and welcome to News 9 Special. The Prime Minister will be launching a huge initiative to save the big cats in the wild. Why is it important? Because it is an effort to ensure that the Big Cat Alliance, as it is called, would in fact have some of the endangered species of the big cat repopulate and also move out of the endangered list. Prime Minister will launch this International Big Cats Alliance, and IBCA will focus on protection and conservation of the 7 major big cats of the world. They are the tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, Puma, Jaguar and the cheetah. The launch of the alliance follows the clarion call given by the Prime Minister in July of 2019 when he had called for an alliance of global leaders to obliterate the demand and firmly curb poaching of illegal wildlife trade in Asia. It has been noted that several smugglers as well as poachers were responsible for wiping out big cat populations from their sanctuaries. It is also being said that the enforcement of rules in these sanctuaries was turning out to be difficult for some of the governments, as some of the big cats were used in traditional medicine as well. This had resulted in hunters looking for these big cats, and there was a huge demand in the domestic markets for these traditional medicines based on the big cats. This had resulted in a lot of uncontrolled poaching and illegal wildlife trade. The Prime Minister said that the only way to help the big cats move away from the endangered list in many of these areas was to curb the demand and also to have firm policies that would ensure that the illegal wildlife trade in Asia is completely finished off. This belief of the Prime Minister has been integral in the environmental consciousness and the policies formulated by his government. Wide-ranging efforts have been undertaken which have together positively impacted the wildlife in the country. Since 2014, there has been an increase in the population of big cats in India, with the tiger populations increasing by 33% from 2,226 in 2014 to 2,967 in 2018. The latest figures of the tiger population will be released by the Prime Minister on 9th of April. A strong conservation management and robust protection has in fact resulted in some of the factors leading to the wiping out of big cats being contained. Also, another important aspect is that the lion population has increased by 29% in Gujarat in 2015. 674 lions were present in 2020 compared to 523 earlier. Now, the widely distributed leopard population has also seen an increase of about 63% from 7,910 in 2014 to 12,852 in 2018. Driven by the Prime Minister's vision, the country successfully achieved the world's first ever wild-to-wild transcontinental translocation of a big cat, the cheetah, in 2022. The twin approach to positively impact wildlife populations and to control poaching has been bearing fruit. This bore fruit last year, with the end result being zero poaching of the rhinoceros in Assam. IBCA will now focus on the protection and conserving of the world's 7 major big cats. This effort is a global effort that is being carried out to ensure that many of the big cats from their traditional habitats are not wiped out. Now, this was because of the Prime Minister's initiative in 2019 asking for several Asian countries which have the big cats to have effective policies on the ground. These wide-ranging initiatives have also been taken up by Prime Minister Modi's government to save the wildlife, and also sharing of knowledge of India's ability to conserve the wildcats have also been taken into account. India's successful repopulation of its lions from near extinction to almost moving away from the endangered list has also resulted in many of the countries that have had large wildcat populations following those methods and strategies. Another success story has been the conservation of tigers in the country. And right now, an ambitious project has been taken into account, and this ambitious project has been taken into account with regards to the reintroduction of the cheetah into India's wild jungles and forests. As of now, it has been reported that at least 4 cheetah cubs have been born to the population that was imported from Africa. It has been a transcontinental, translocational effort, and still conservative efforts are being done to ensure that these populations survive. The cheetah's population was decimated by the local hunting that had gathered on with India's royal elite, and after that, the Indian cheetah population had become extinct. This is an attempt to reverse the extinction of the cheetahs from the Indian subcontinent. Policies on anti-poaching measures had also helped in ensuring that the big cat population in the country survived and the population increased. Meanwhile, the tiger population's latest census will be available on April 9th. Now, India is home to 80% of the tigers in the world. In 2006, India had estimated that there were around 1,411 tigers. Tiger population increased to 1,706 in 2010, 2,226 in 2014, and 2,967 in 2018. The increase in tiger population in India played a big role in driving up global population. Wild tigers globally rose from 3,159 in 2010 to 3,890 in 2016, according to the World Wildlife Fund. Well, it looks like all these conservation efforts are in fact paying fruit. The only thing is to keep it sustained so that these big cat populations revive in their traditional home spaces. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of News 9 Special. Stay tuned for News 9 programs.